a sec. What up, Savage? When is it? They can't have Bobo? I know. I don't know. What up, DoubleH? How you doing? I'm gonna think of it. I just want to open a few packs for you guys. I missed a few, so I just wanted to get you guys. Oh, you're already in Jersey? I hear that. See you guys get anything. Alright. I'm going to start out with Savage, Elijah, Jake, and DK. Which one do you want? You want this one, I'm assuming? Gamma, right? You don't want the other one. Oh, you don't want packs today? Alright. Nothing on the first. Oh, Thursday? You still missing it? These packs are probably garbage, right? Someone will get something. I see. You really are. You ain't joking. Like straight trash. Look at this garbage. Nope. Not even a pink diamond. That's crazy. That's almost 100K right there. No, this last one would be. But they do. They give you like 2 of them, no? They give you 2 guaranteed packs, I believe. Alright, this starts back at Killer. I mean, whatever his Killer's giving it to. Cards aren't worth anything. Pink diamonds aren't worth anything. They're worth like 2K more than what it goes for. It's not even worth putting it up. Ah, there you go. That's DK Swolf. What else, Spence? Then we got Spence next. I don't know what that card's worth, but we'll see. Shit. He's not worth anything? It's Killer. D. Damn. Oh yeah, your head's hurting? Shit, take a fucking Advil. That's Spence. What? There you go. Look at you, Spence. What do you get? Of course. The worst one possible. You serious? That's trash. Doesn't shock me though. Mr. Manu Blue. That's fucking crazy. That's really ridiculous. You're a bro. You don't gotta tell him. I believe you. Well, you got Giannis. You think he's worth might be over 10K? Right? They're still giving us Giannis. Next is the DK. It's pretty bad. Spencer again. Mr. Manulu. Mr. Lewis. What's Moo? Moo Lewis. Put that up quickly. What the hell is he worth? 30K? Oh shit, look at that, on the money. 32, 37, 50. Back to the top. 123. Oh, misunderstood. I got you. What's up, Timo? Look at this nonsense. Crash Bandicoot? Nah. Killer got hoed, if anything. There you go, Killer. Lucky you, son. There you got your bow. That's Killers. Back at 1. That's 300 something K you just got. See? You just made it back. Nah, he's keeping them. He didn't give it to you. I told him to keep him. He always says that. I don't listen to Killer when he gives away his facts, trust me. Now is Elijah. I know Killer very well, bro. Trust me. He's too. Whenever he says that every stream. I always say nah. He just says it because he gets pissed because 2K fucks him all the time. That's it. I never listen to him when he says that. Okay, DK. I know you don't. Okay, look at you, dude. Well, I pulled it technically. Yeah. Who's next right now after that? Who's after Spencer? Well, not Spencer. DK, I mean. My bad. Spencer was one before. Who's after him? Not DK. What am I saying? Whose pack was that? Hold on a second. I don't even know whose fucking pack that was. Was that your pack, Spencer? Whose pack was that? Count three. Someone rewind the stream. I have no idea either. I was talking and I wasn't even fucking paying attention. How many pack? Someone rewind the stream for a sec. And see whose pack that's supposed to be. Because I said someone's name. No, it's not all. I'm just memorized. There's only 5 people, bro. I have no idea. Whoever tells me, I'll believe him. I think it's Spencer's from just what I was going, but I'm not sure. No, DK said something. I made a mistake. I think DK's name I said the pack before. Before I open that pack, what did I say? I mean, you'll figure it out. The stream is right, you can just rewind the stream. The large is the second pack. Whatever name I said. Right now it's for everyone, just this little one. The next one's gonna be for our members only. What up, duels? Alright, I guess. Yo, figure out whose that is quick. Spence, is that yours? Yeah, it is Spencer's. I knew it. Alright, this is Mr. Moves. Then we'll give it to Dooley. Pretty sure it's Spencer's. And then we'll go duels. Duel Master. Alright, now we're done. Hold on a sec. Let me just put that up. Alright, now we're back at the top. Okay, this is Killer, DK. I mean, Killer, Elijah, Jake, DK. That's Jake. What's up, Infinite? What's cracking? And Infinite's last. Who's this? DK or Spencer again? The fuck, imagine? Spence? Who's after, oh shit, wrong pack. How the fuck did I get to this pack? I have no idea. That was the wrong pack. I think that was Spencer again, though. Look at Spencer, but it was the wrong pack. That should be for me, technically, since it's the wrong pack, but forget it. It's fine. I don't even know how the hell it got there. Alright. I don't care if it's original owner. Fuck that. It's right at the end of the game. It was like 30K, 40K. I think it's Spence. Spencer got 3 DMs already. It's insane. That is you, Spence. $31, $750. We'll add it up all at the end. Still there? Alright. Now it's supposed to be... Who the hell's after Spencer? I forgot. Whoever's after Spencer. I think I'm opening the wrong packs again. That was Mr. Moo, I think. Then it's, this is infinite now. Friday's promo? What's coming out Friday? Look at you, Killer Kill. 2 for 2, son. Yeah, but it's a shitty one. It's only worth like 30K, I think. But it adds up with the other one. It'll add up with the Bobo. And you know who gets the last pack? Me. Let's see. Nobody anyways, so doesn't matter. Alright. Let's see. Yo, Killer, do you want to get all of it together? I don't know how much Bowl's gonna sell for, but you can get this now and that later if you want. It's up to you. What's this Giannis go for? Like 7K probably. Yep, something like that. Only one card sold. Yo, take care, Jake. Be good. Yeah, this man's pulled 3 of them. It's nuts. You get it all at once, so remember, it's 30 point. Let's see what the ball sells for. Figure it's gonna go like 3 something. I'm assuming mid 3s, like 350 maybe. Well, I'll take a picture of it when it sells, so that's how I'll find out. There's 9 minutes left. It's a long time. It might even go for more now because there's less of them in here. There used to be a lot more. There's way less now. Yeah. Hold on. Let me just see something. I put it up like 5 minutes ago. Let me see that time. How many are next to him? Oh, you're lucky. Bro, yours gonna sell for a lot. I think it should be between these two. 353, let me just see. I don't know, 347. You're between the other two. Who pulled that? Killer kill. Why is no one buying this shit? You wanna see my squad? That's a squad right there. I wonder how this new guy is. I just got this guy, Anthony Edwards. Is he any good? Anyone use him yet? Nah, he ain't better than Jordan. 12. That's a set. That's a team, right? Oh, this Wade's nasty. You want him? Duels? Hold on 1 second. Let me see something. What's he go for? Oh, there's none of them in the market even. Holy shit. 10 hours? They don't even know what it goes for. Well, we don't know if it's expensive yet. There's only 2 of them. I should probably put it in there too. Probably get it for like 4 million or something, right? Make him put a bunch of Hall of Fame badges on him. But here we go. Getting better. That's Killers. No, that's Killers. No, this one is. These. Yeah, that's Spence's. I think I got a splinter. Oh shit, for real? Good shit. That's good shit, man. All A's. Can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with that. You know, these freaking Swish packs are trash. They trick you into thinking that you get these, but these are not even in there, I think. The only thing really you get is like 1, 2. Kongagui saying, "You want to fight? Fight me." What the hell's wrong with this guy? Holy shit, look at his fucking head. He looks like Brent Barry, this guy. Let me see something. What's that guy's name? I want to check him out. Probably the 6 shot. You guys are the pack odds on me. Worm, box, drop stepper. Who timed you out? No one timed you out. What are you talking about? Check something out. Who the hell timed you out? I don't think anyone timed you out. Back's fucking. I worked all day today. Shit, man. I hate work. This thing I want to see. Nice shot. Yeah, I feel like everyone now has a good shot, though. What are you telling me? He keeps arguing with you? Obama's a rat? So what? Who cares if Obama's a rat? Oh, this is the guy I want to check. Edwards. Oh, he's got a nice shot. Easy. Very easy to green. You want to hear something crazy? I got level 40 without trying to get level 40. Think about that for a second. Like, I wasn't paying attention to the levels in the past, like, from 30. And just by playing, I automatically got it. From the new, just trying all the cards that I have. Yo, I got bitten today by a lot of things. A lot of different insects bit me today. Like on my neck. I feel it. My back. Even my fingers, I think. What the hell is it? My middle finger, of course, out of all the fingers. You sent T-Mac? What do you mean? I don't understand what you mean. Oh, that I don't have original owner T-Mac? I don't care. Waiting for one more. 1, 2, your last card. It's over there. You guys are going to war now? I don't even know what the hell's going on either, Killer. Honestly. Something about T-Mac without a red sticker? I don't know what that means. What, let me see what. I went to my lineup. What, because T-Mac is the only... Oh, T-Mac's the only one who's not original owner? Yeah. I don't even need him anymore. Honestly, T-Mac's not the same T-Mac in this game. It looks like he has a mustache. Like a big one on the top picture. Yeah, him and Luka. Well, Luka I did have original owner, but I traded him for one with more badges. No, I didn't. I sold the other ones to get this one. That's what I did. Yeah, I think. Yeah, that's what I did. I originally had him. Yep, I sold all of them to get him. I sold these. I'm never gonna get this one. I'm never gonna get this Luka. I'm not spent. It's ridiculous, bro. Look at this. 3 point. He's the most expensive card in the game. I don't even know why. I have a feeling though, the one that I have is just as good. I guarantee you. No, Larry was his. He got 3. Spencer got 3 Dark Matters. It was his. I actually want to try all the new cards. Let me try them out. Mitch Bitchman. Thong Breaker, where is he? Yeah, exactly. I don't know. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out if he's good or not. I have no idea. I'm gonna try all the new cards out. They haven't really played a game yet. Let me see who else is new. Oh, there's one Dark Matter. It's a good duo. How many badges did you get? 39? Shit. I hear that. Let's see. Who else is new? I have to check out. Oh, Durant. LED. You know what? This guy's 30k, I'm not using him. I don't use 30k cards, it's too cheap. You hear that? Let me try Kevin McHale out. Where's he at? There we go. If you, how much you guys playing for? They still didn't buy that card yet. What the fuck, man? Oh, someone finally bought my card, the Alex one. We have 2 more packs left. Who should get them? Let's see. I'll decide who gets it from according to what they pull. I guess nobody's getting that one. Was it 15 what? 750? I'll give this one to duels. Hopefully it's something good. Sir duels a lot. That should be good. Let's see. Command. Shut him with that, bro. Cheap ass motherfuckers, bro. Yo, what's the, you know what? I didn't even check the last. I was so. How's the Warriors doing? Was it 3 games to 2? Who's up right now between the Warriors and the Celtics? Who's up right now? It's still tied 2-2. They didn't play the 3rd game yet? Wasn't it like 4 days ago? Yeah, exactly. That makes sense. That makes sense. So who, Stephen Curry blasted out last game again? What happened? What I miss? I didn't even look at the highlights. I should watch it. Let me get my phone. You go see. Let's see what really happened. Probably Stephen Curry, right? Let me see. Oh, Wiggins went off? Damn. Yo, what up, Gary? What's cracking? So check this out, peeps. I was telling them, you're gonna love this one. So one of my close friends died last week, right? And I just found out from that he was bleeding when he was going to the bathroom. He was bleeding for the past 2 weeks. So I'm thinking in my head, like, you guys didn't think to take him to the fucking hospital? And he didn't even tell me this. Whatever, I'm pissed that he didn't tell me, because I would have freaking drove down there and took it in myself. This could have been prevented. He could have been still alive right now if he would have went to the hospital. Like 2 weeks ago. Like, you see blood in your shit, bro, you go to the fucking doctor right away. And especially for 2 weeks straight. Like, I don't know, man. And then he died from stomach bleeding. It's like the craziest shit. I don't understand him. You hear this nonsense? Oh, I feel like 300 beans. Or some crazy ass shit, right? been in the chat here too, by the way. You know that. My boy Marat. He used to come in the chat once in a while here and say, "Yo, what up?" And it's like he wouldn't stay long, but he would come here and there. He had a YouTube channel, and his first video that he put up has 365,000 views. Isn't it? Like he could still, like if he would have went to the hospital, bro, he would have been okay. 100%. He could have lived in who knows how long. You know what I'm saying? They could have checked that. It doesn't make any sense. I know this kid my whole life, bro. Literally. Well, I knew him. He's not around anymore. It's freaking crazy. I just spoke to him too. I don't get it. So many freaking people. Young ass kid. Want to miss all my shots now? Come on. This is bullshit. Can't hit a shot. Taking dumbass shots though, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it is sad, bro. It's mad sad. It's pissing me off though. That he didn't go. I don't know why he didn't go to the doctor. When he was like, what am I missing? Like everything. Some crazy ass shit. Go to the basket. Go to the basket. There you go. How's he doing? The dream, son. Oh yeah, that's a crazy card. I think the D-Wade's better though, I'm not gonna lie. I think the D-Wade's really good. That D-Wade card's crazy. I used it a couple times. Pretty good. Like all the shots, like his shot is like ridiculous. Nah. That D-Wade card is, like, you tried them yet? The D-Wade card? This card's nuts. Anyone tried any AD yet? You tried AD at all? Anyone get him? He's pretty, I don't know, I feel like he came out a lot. You know how many times I pulled that freaking I pulled Invincible Jordan like 5 times, you know that? I have videos of it, it's crazy. I shouldn't put anything about it, but I pulled him like literally 5 times. The Invincible Jordan. How? I have no idea. In 2 years? Okay, really? That long? That's a long time, bro. For real? Damn. Years, he says. What's wrong with this shit? Why is it fucking the latency? Things are fucking off. We slow it down a little. There we go. Yeah, freaking D-Wave hits all that shit. Damn, good shot. Nope. This guy's like flying over me. Tables are about to turn. So are these swish packs considered like out of position? Is that the new out of position type pack? Is that what it's about? I'm thinking that's what it is, because they're making like Larry Johnson a point guard. Since when is fucking Larry Johnson a point guard? Okay, Jacob. Have a good night, bro. Why would you leave the match? The guy was up. I don't understand that. Why would someone leave the match when they're winning? I guess he knew he was going to lose. I don't know. It's weird. that strange? I guarantee you. Do you think there's an internet disconnect? I don't think so. Let me see if I can make a full invincible lineup. I don't know if I have enough. No, it could be. Was that you, Jacob? You let me win? The fuck? Why did he sell it? Let's see. I don't know if I can make a full invincible lineup. Maybe I could. One more. We have one more. Nope. No, wait, I'm missing somebody then. Okay. Penny. Wade. Brian. I could do them. I do have 12. Who the fuck's not in there then? Oh, it's 13 cards. Okay, that makes sense. What up, ref? What's your problem? DK, what's going on, my dude? What are you going crazy about? What are you going crazy about, Spence? Yeah, it's 3 a.m. What's on? What is he saying, Spence? What's up? What's going on? Alright, leave a message in my bed then. I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't know what he's gonna go crazy about. No one's leading anything. I'm in the middle of the game, bro. I'm not looking at messages. I'll check my Twitter later, bro. I can't check it right now. So my Twitter's not going anywhere. lineup right here would be crazy. All Giants. Yeah, you didn't clean anything. Yeah, nothing got deleted. Don't even listen to him. I don't know what he's talking about. No one deleted anything, my dude. You're good. No one deleted jack shit. Why the hell is he selling Thonmaker? Does he go for less than that or some shit? They put him for too much. Could have sworn it said 65. There's only one of them at 65. Unless a bunch of people just pulled him. Yeah, the fuck. Well, that's why. Some people just pulled him after me. They'll sell. It'll take some time, probably. I mean, yeah, period, makes sense. Wow, people are fucking crazy. This is not even any badges even. He's gone up, Luka. He's at 4 mil now? Shit. The fuck? Oh, because that's why. The 3 hours. Look at it. See? Because of the 3 hour difference. This probably, I wonder what it's going to go for at the end. It's trying to go for like 6, 7 mil though. That's insane. That's freaking crazy. What Mo? I think it wasn't Mo Bamba. I think it was Larry Johnson. He thinks he got it. That's insane. This one also is already going for that. Look at this. 17 hours, it's already at 2 mil. That's insane. People are fucking crazy. Look at this shit. Oh, this one's gonna go for a lot. 79 badges? Fuck that. What's the most expensive card right now? It's sold. Let's see. Let me see that. Where is that? Somewhere around here. 8 mil for fucking Ben Simmons? Wow. People are fucking nuts. Not even an invincible Jordan. Wow. This one's about to get beat. Who the hell would spend 8 mil on fucking Ben Simmons? That's freaking insane, dude. Holy shit, people are fucking crazy. Ben Simmons for fucking wow. It's probably not even good. Has anyone played against that card yet? The Ben Simmons card? I can't see anything that crazy. That Ben Simmons card is probably just like the other one. I feel like, honestly, all those hero cards, I'm telling you, and being serious, are just as good as the fucking Invincibles. If not, yeah, they're the same fucking cards. It's not gonna be any different. I'm telling you, the whole badge thing is a fucking scheme. It's all bullshit. The badges. If you have a gold badge, you're good. Doesn't matter. Hall of Fame, gold, same shit. Larry Johnson, 30K, not even. 30K. Around. Yeah, 30. Like a low 30. Like a low 30. What up, Isaac? The Flex King. Hakeem? No, I didn't. I'll tell you who I pulled. I pulled LeBron, I sold him. I pulled Shaq, I sold him. I pulled Giannis and I sold him. I didn't pull Ben out of Invincibles. David Robinson, Kawhi, Luka, Hakeem, Pau Gasol, and that's it. I didn't pull these basically. These 1, 2, 3. These 6 I didn't pull. 7 plus the next one. Oh, I didn't pull him either, or Penny. Sorry. I did pull Jordan man times though, I'm not gonna lie. I pulled his Jordan like 5 times, I think. I don't know why. They just kept giving me him for some reason. I should have waited on the Giannis. I lost on it. My Giannis sold for like 1.3 mil. I have a feeling it's going to sell for more now. Oh, he's not worth anything? Pimple, he says. Damn, no one's buying freaking what's it called? Thon Breaker. That's insane. Yeah, you'll have enough for range. Ranger's cheap. Let's see what ball goes for now. Is it 290? Yeah, it'll probably sell for like 3-ish, I think. 100K is 90K. Let's say it comes out to 10%, it comes out to 90. Oh, how much is it? I think like 370, 380 or 4 maybe. I'm not sure. So far you have 3163 with this, plus 65. It's like 120 something, I think. Yeah. 1660 is 120. 5 should be 125. 128 minus things minus 12K should be like what, 613, I think it's gonna come out. 113, I think it comes out to. Let's see ball for a sec. No, that's it. He's not gonna go for more than that. No one like last second bids. I must have seen that Nikola Jokic on the bottom. I must have seen that card pulled like 1,000 times today. I keep seeing that name from that pack, like that same from the Dark Matter pack. That's all I see. Is that Jokic, and I see Zion all the time. Those two cards I always see. Ah, 304. Let's see. Should I go higher than that? I knew it last second bids. Yeah, so 304 it looks like. But it doesn't mean anything. The one you get could go for 5. Who do you think the lock-in is going to be, though? I have a feeling. Hold on a second. I don't know why. I have a feeling it's going to be Invincible Julius Erving. Yeah. Watch it be Invincible Julius Erving. Unless he's going to be one of the hero cards, which I doubt. My gut feeling is telling me that. That's going to be Invincible Julius Erving. There's going to be a hero probably. Oh, maybe Yao Ming. Nah. There's still going to be a hero Wilt. One of these is going to be hero Wilt for sure. There's going to be a hero Wilt Chamberlain. And who else do you think these two could be? Let me just think. If it's Pau Gasol, Wilt. Surprised there isn't a hero Shaq. There might be a hero Shaq also. Maybe a hero Moses Malone. I mean, what's his name? Moses Malone. Bill Russell. It's probably still going to be a hero, Bill Russell. If they make him the award for this, that would suck. If they gave like an invincible Bill Russell, that'd be garbage. Steven who? What Steven you're talking about? You see? Nikola Jokic? Look again, someone pulled him. I don't know why. I think they put that card like in, like without, like I think everyone's pulling that card, I feel like. How many cards I left to the set? Hold on a second. Let me check. Oh shit. And 40 cards. 41 cards. I'm gonna get Dirk and 80 badges, and I can start selling them already. I'm gonna sell all the cards I have then after that. Out of curiosity, let me see something. Just only 3 cards pop up when I type enabled. Look at this. I type enabled, it says I'm missing 3 cards. This is bullshit. I'm missing way more than that. This shit's broken. See, this thing is broken. This is how you know the freaking market's, the auction house is broken. Look at this. It says I'm only missing those cards. Should never worked ever anyways. Damn. I can't believe he's not selling. That's crazy. Usually those cards sell fast. What's up, Kiss Bounce? Hold on, we got my phone. Hold on. always get blocked. Steven's the next one. Ill Mind of Neon. Interesting name. Yo, what up, Dave? How you doing, Dave? You missed packs, bro. Well, it was a small one. It wasn't a big one. It was a little one. How you do the rest tomorrow? Do tomorrow some more. That's alright. How's your betting coming along? You still winning on your bets? No shit. Good shit, dude. That's good. That's good, bro. That's awesome. That's rare. That's rare though. It's good shit. Really? You took that chance? You got lucky. Because he usually hits way more than that. That was a good call though, because I heard he didn't hit. Man, he was like 0 for 8 or some shit, right? Yeah, it's insane. So when he hits 0, does the actual amount go up for what you win, or not? It just goes by whatever the number is. Like he hits like less than 3, it's the same as if he hits 0, right? It doesn't go. You don't get like a little boost for that. I don't know how that works. Actually, that's facts. Proof or evidence or never happened. I hear that. That's the way we work here. That is true. Oh, it's the same? What up, Jimbo? How you doing, son? You know what? I'm quitting this game right now, giving the guy the win, so we can do reactions. Because I want to see that new Mr. Ballin video, and I didn't watch it. It looks pretty fucking messed up. I like the one. It's like about some guy in a forest, and like people are following him. I've been wanting to see that one. I didn't watch it. I've been waiting for you guys to watch it. I will. I already answered you. What do you mean? Yes, I'm getting. Should I give the win to the kid? Should I let him win? Oh, he might quit. He might make my life easier. Unless he's here and he hears me. Ah, he made my life easier. Nah, I'm not doing packs. I'm gonna be doing what's it called? Reactions now. I'm switching over. Yeah, I can rate your team. Sure, hook it up. Let me see it. I've been dying a while. I've been waiting so long to watch this video, and I haven't watched it yet. The feral people. Hunting hiker. I'm all about this. Hunting, dude.
Civilization. Into.
What's up, dudes? Oh shit. That's a good squad. How's that Manu Bull, by the way? Is he any good? That looks like a good squad. Oh shit. Hall of Fame brick. Why'd I get that? Why'd I get that badge? What did I do? See, I don't even know how I get this shit. I get this shit, I even know, I have no fucking clue why I get him. I just got a Hall of Fame brick wall, I have no idea why. Why did I get this just now? What did I do to get this? I'm gonna check right now. I have it on my phone, that's where I check it. Okay, let's see yours. Messages. Oh fuck. Get out of here. Messages. Oh, I see it. Let me see yours. Oh, nice. You got Luke at the point. Finley. How is Finley? Is he worth grinding? Is he worth getting for? You got Embiid. Sabonis. I see that's Sabonis. You know what? I refuse to freaking. I refuse to play offline to get Sabonis, which is kind of fucked up because I love Sabonis. He's my favorite center always, but whatever. It is what it is. That looks like a solid team, dude. I don't have a lot of. Actually, I don't even have a lot of those cards. I don't got the Dirk. I don't got the Artist. Oh, I do have Artist. I don't got the Finley. I don't get Embiid. I don't got Sabonis. Looks like a solid card. Yo, it's funny you use that Malone card. That Malone card is fucking awesome. Really good card. I'm gonna put these cards up. 1, Oh, he is in it? I hear that. 2. Perfect. Proof for it didn't happen? Facts. Oh, wow. Good shit. Alright, let me put on Mr. Boland. We gotta watch this. And we have to watch this shit. Let me turn this off. Make sure I can hear it.
2008, a teenager was hiking
You guys
through
can hear
a
it?
very dense forest in Northern California.
Because I can
when
hear
he
it from my
decided
headphones.
to stop and make camp for the night. He walked several hundred feet off the main trail into the forest, where he found a small clearing, and there he would set up his tent and he would climb inside and go to sleep. A few hours later, he would wake up because he thought he heard something outside of his tent. But there were no windows on his tent, and it was totally pitch black outside, so he can't see anything, and so he's just laying there listening, trying to discern what's going on outside. And as he's laying there, he hears it again, and it's the sound of footsteps slowly approaching his tent. But before we get into that story, if you're a fan of the strange, dark, and mysterious delivered in story format, then you've come to the right place, because that's all we do, and we upload once a week. So if that's of interest to you, please hide a Bluetooth speaker in the like button's bedroom, and then proceed to play Siberian Husky screaming audio at full volume all night long. Also, please subscribe to our channel and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of our weekly uploads. Okay, let's get into today's story. In 2007, the now famous cult classic movie, Into the Wild, was released to movie theaters for the first time. The movie, which is based on a true story, centers on the life of a young man named Christopher McCandless. In 1990, Christopher graduated from a really good school with honors, and by all accounts, he could have gone on to get a really good, high-paying job, but Christopher didn't want a job. He wanted freedom. And so without telling his parents, because they would not have been happy about this idea, he gave away all of his possessions, he gave all his money to charity, and he headed off to Alaska to live off the grid by himself. He eventually would find this rusted out old city bus in the middle of the Alaskan wilderness, and he would make this bus his shelter, and he would live inside of this bus for 113 days before he unfortunately died of starvation.
Damn.
While Christopher's story is obviously tragic, the movie about his life, Into the Wild, really focuses on Christopher's unrelenting spirit and his constant drive towards getting the thing he wants the most, which is freedom. And so at the end of this movie, the audience is left feeling not sad, but inspired. Inspired to take big risks in life and seek out adventure before it's too late. One audience member who was totally inspired by Christopher McCandless's life story was an 18-year-old young man named Matt Higgins.
Matt Higgins, dude.
Matt was about to graduate high school, and unlike a lot of his peers, he had no idea what he should do after graduation, whether it was get a job or go to school. But after watching Into the Wild, a third option appeared to him, which was to head off into the wild, just like Christopher McCandless had done, except not permanently. Matt quickly fell in love with this option. He viewed it as a chance to kind of take a break from reality and go find himself, and then at the end of his stint in the wild, he could come back and, get a job or go to school. And so Matt's official Into the Wild plan was that he would graduate in 2007, and then in the spring of 2008, he would hike the entirety of the California section of the infamously rugged and beautiful Pacific Crest.
Speaking of hiking, would you guys hike like that? See, I was never I don't know if I would be able to do this stuff. Like, look at that freaking thing. Imagine going from there, from the red point, and going all the way up. That's insane. That's a lot of freaking walking. Especially like in a forest. Like, I don't understand why people go to the forest and do this shit. It's insane. Right? Ref, yo, stop arguing about this. Let's watch this. Jim. Like, would you think you'd be able to do this, Jimmy? Dave, you think you'll be able to do this type of stuff? Look at, imagine walking where it says Campo, all the way to the, for Ashley. Look at that, that's insane. How many miles is that even? What about you, Infinite? I don't know. That's just insane.
Trail. And he would do this all on his own. This section of the Pacific Crest Trail that he planned on hiking was roughly 1,700 miles long. It began on the border of Mexico in Southern California, and it wound its way north up to the border of Oregon. The trail cut through deserts and up and over mountains, and there was lots of dangerous wildlife to contend with. And on top of that, there were many points along this trail where hikers were very isolated. They were not anywhere near civilization, and so if anything were to happen to them, they'd be on their own. And so naturally, this hike was not a beginner hike. However, Matt was not a beginner hiker. He had grown up hiking and camping.
Stop arguing, Dave. Enough.
In the western United States. He had spent time in totally well-marked and safe areas, and he had also spent time hiking around very dangerous and isolated areas where there were cougars and bears and unmarked cliffs.
Holy shit.
And so Matt felt like, with his experience in the outdoors, he was perfectly suited to take on this big of an adventure.
I would never do that.
In many ways, that was true. However, something was going to happen to him.
Of course it was.
Out on the Pacific Crest Trail.
Of course it was.
That no amount of hiking or
it always does, right? There's something always happening.
So Matt graduated from high school in 2007.
Who cares, bro? Who cares if he called you fucking fat, bro? It's the fucking internet, my dude. Who gives a shit what anyone says?
He headed to the airport and he flew south to Southern California. And when he got there, he made his way all the way south to the border of Mexico. And there, he picked up the start of the Pacific Crest Trail, and he began heading north. For the first few weeks of his hike, Matt would spend the entire day hiking as far as his body would allow him, and then at night, when it got
But who cares, bro? Just don't take it. We're watching a freaking video, bro. There's no reason to argue, bro.
And then after a quick bite to eat, he'd climb inside of his tent, and he'd go to sleep.
Just ignore it.
He'd get up early.
That's what I would do.
It all over again.
I want to watch this without arguing.
Weeks, the only real adversity that Matt ever faced, beyond just kind of normal fatigue from long distance hiking, was at one point he got a little dehydrated, and another time he almost stepped on a rattlesnake. So besides those two things, really the hike had actually been fairly routine by Matt's standards. But when he reached
there's always a but.
National Forest, which
always
is a
very
dense forest in Northern California,
look at that.
About 150 miles.
Yeah, just look at that picture right there. If I would just see that, bro, there's no fucking way I'm going through that shit. Look at that. Like, where's there to go? Like, what's the point of like going there? Like, what do you have to prove? I walked. Like, what are you gonna say? I just walked, right? I just walked, bro. I walked.
From the end of his hike, so the border of Oregon.
I walked.
When he got there, this hike of his would become anything but routine. Not long after stepping foot in Lassen Forest, Matt found himself walking along this winding dirt path where the trees on both sides of this path were pressed tightly up against the edges of this trail, and because of how densely packed the trees were together, it was almost like he had these walls on either side of him that extended 100 feet into the air. And so it was very quiet and it was very dark as he was walking along, but Matt was enjoying it. All he could hear was the chirping of birds and the insects buzzing around him. It was peaceful. And so Matt's just kind of meandering his way through the forest. He's in no rush.
Meandering, new word.
At some point, the trail he was on banked hard to the right. And so he makes this turn, and as he does, he looks up, and what he sees kind of startles him. About 20 feet away from him, off to the right side of the trail, is this big boulder, and sitting on this boulder are two middle-aged people, a man and a woman. They were both dressed head to toe in white. They both looked very dirty and disheveled.
What the hell? It's not a real photo then, but still. Look at that lady, bro. She looks krilled out. That guy looks like, yeah, I just fucked her. What are you gonna do about it, right? That's what he's saying right now. What you gonna do about it? We just rammed, and I'm dirty. And she's like, oh shit, my legs hurt. I can't stand. That's exactly what's going on over here. They're both wearing the same ass ugly shoes. Look at that. Damn, if you saw people like this in the freaking forest, what would you do?
Man had this big unkempt
Right?
beard, and both
What
of
up,
them
Rams?
were just
Imagine like you saw these
staring
people.
daggers at Matt. And so Matt felt awkward, and he immediately looked down as he continued walking towards them. But as he got within a few feet, he looked up and kind of awkwardly smiled at them and waved and said hi.
Yeah, yeah, let me get a buzz.
He
Exactly, let me get a
continued
blunt.
to stare at him with
I know it's
no
addicting.
discernible expression on their face, and they watched him as he walked right past them. And so after Matt walked past these two people in white, he felt really uncomfortable.
I feel very uncomfortable.
Definitely
I mean, look at them.
as he walked away.
Dirty ass
He didn't
people.
want to
The
turn
fuck you
around
wanna
and
be?
meet their eye contact. And so he's just kind of walking away, feeling that uncomfortable feeling.
But why would two random people just be chilling there dirty? Like, think about that. Like, you see two dirty people, that means they live there, right? You're not just dirty in the fucking woods like that and you don't live there. That means these motherfuckers live there. So, like, thinking about that stuff, I don't know what he's thinking about.
Staring at him, and he's thinking to himself, why didn't they at least wave or acknowledge
Why didn't they
him in
wave?
some way? Especially considering the fact that on the Pacific Crest Trail, people go days without seeing other people. Matt, in fact, had not seen another
I mean, I hear
person
that, Jim.
in days
Those are the people you
until
want-
he saw these two. So he's thinking,
Those are the people you wanna make friends
how weird
with.
is that, to just completely not react when another person walks past you on this trail. But Matt told himself, you know what, I don't know these
Exactly.
people. I don't know what their issues are. You know, for all I know, they're foreign and they didn't understand what I said, and so maybe that's why they didn't say hello back. Who knows? But you know what? It's none of my business. And so Matt just continued walking along. He never turned around to look.
I'll be honest. See, this guy never turned around to look at them. That's the first thing I'd be doing. If I'm walking down that shit, you best believe I'm fucking looking at them as I'm walking away and say, yeah, what? Like, what are these people so scared of? Oh, I don't want to look at them, because if they look back, like, bro, what's not to look at? That's what I would do personally. If I was there, I would not, like, turn away. I would just straight walk there, look back, stare as I'm walking, and be, like, looking at them the whole time. Because they're looking at me, bro, like that, I'm looking right back at them. That's what I don't get.
These two people in white, he just carried on. A few hours later, when the sun was starting to set, Matt was still walking along this winding trail with these huge trees on either side of him, and so visibility was getting pretty poor, and so he began looking for a place to
Exactly,
camp.
Chris.
But
Facts.
because
That's
of
what I would
how
be doing.
close these trees were to the edge of this trail,
People want to be all
and
proper.
considering how
That's why.
dense these trees were, there was no spot for him to make his campsite without completely blocking the trail. And Matt did not want to block the trail for other people, and so what he did
What a nice guy.
is he left the trail and he walked 300 feet or so into these thick trees where he
Damn.
found this little clearing, and that's where he set up his tent. Once it was all set up, he made some food for himself on his little stove, and then after he was done eating, he packaged up all of his leftover food inside of a waterproof bag, and he sealed that up, and then he tied some cord to the bag and threw the bag up and over a branch of a nearby tree and kind of tied it off so the bag was sitting well off the ground. This was to make sure no bears could get to his food. And so after his leftovers were secured high up in a tree, it was totally pitch black outside. And so Matt just climbed into his tent, he zipped it up, climbed into his sleeping bag, and he fell asleep. The next morning, Matt got up right as the sun was starting to rise, and so it was still pretty dark outside, but there was a little bit of light. And so Matt unzipped his tent and he looked outside, and the first thing he noticed was his bag of food that he had put up in the tree was gone. And so Matt
Exactly.
stepped out of his
Survive
tent
hard,
and
survive
looked
hard.
around, thinking, you know, maybe it fell to the ground or something, but it wasn't there. It was just gone. And so Matt thought to himself, you know, I didn't hear anything last night, but I guess a bear must have come into the campsite.
Nah,
found
man.
food, and
A bear, you
off.
hear that shit.
And so Matt began walking over to the tree where he had strung the food
Fuck
out
no.
to begin looking on the ground for bear prints to confirm his theory that that was who took his food. And so he walks over, he's looking around, he doesn't see any bear prints, but he does see two sets of human boot prints, neither of which were his. And before he could even process that, he realized these prints, these human prints, were not just underneath this tree where the food was. These prints, as he looked around him, extended all the way up to his tent and all around his tent and all over his campsite. And so as Matt is looking at this crazy trail of human prints all over the place, he's thinking to himself, how is this possible? I went to bed last night when it was already pitch black outside, And I got up basically right at sunrise, so it was still dark outside.
That's messed up.
So these two people that were walking all over my campsite and cutting my food down, they somehow navigated here 300 feet off the main trail in the middle of nowhere. They navigated here in total pitch blackness, and they did it silently without waking me up. How is that even possible? And so after running through this thought process, Matt realized the only logical conclusion was that the two people he saw on the rock, the people in white, had followed him after seeing him. They saw where he left the trail, and they had waited until he fell asleep and then snuck out and robbed him. As Matt's thinking about this, he suddenly realized that maybe they're still around. Maybe he's still being watched. And so he began whipping his head around, looking in all directions, almost expecting to see the man and the woman in white kind of
I love the heartbeat
behind a tree. But when he looked around, he couldn't see anyone. However, he started to get that sense that he was being watched. And so feeling really uncomfortable, he quickly packed up his campsite and walked as quickly and calmly as he could toward the trail. And as he walked, he kept thinking to himself that these people are going to jump out from behind the tree, or they're going to grab me from behind. And so he's walking faster and faster and faster. And he finally gets to the trail, and he looks down the trail and up the trail. He kind of looks all around. He doesn't see anybody. And so he tells himself, okay, they're gone. So he took a deep breath, he composed himself, and he started walking.
You know what boggles my mind with all these stories? Tell me if this is not true. You ever notice all these stories, people, like, they see these things, and they think they move a little bit, okay, they're gone. Like, they're not going to come back again. Like, it doesn't make any... See, that's the only thing that doesn't boggles my mind with these people. Like, where do you think they're gone? If they're fucking doing X, Y, and Z 3 times already, or 2 times already, they're obviously fucking looking at you, bro. They're not just gone. Like, they just vanished into fucking thin air, right? They're gone.
Walking north again along the trail. Matt walked for several hours, periodically looking over his shoulder, again expecting to see the man and woman in white.
Oh,
but
nice
he never
expecting.
did. And eventually, this narrow path, kind of cutting through the dense forest,
Alright.
opened up to this big, beautiful field. And by that point, the sun was high in the sky. And so Matt's walking in this very beautiful open area. He can see in all directions. There's sunlight beaming down on him. And so even though he was totally rattled by what had happened the night before, he found himself kind of becoming more at ease about the
Really?
situation.
I wouldn't be at ease. I would have gotten the fuck out of there already. The fuck you waiting? If it makes no sense. Shit like that happens, you leave.
Those people in white almost certainly folled him and snuck up.
Right? Like, what's there to stay for? You did your walking, get the fuck out now.
You know what? They probably were just super hungry. They clearly needed the food more than he did. And so, you know
What a generous
Those
person.
people, they can have my food. Whatever. So Matt just continued on, telling himself he would never have to deal with the people in white.
He basically said, yeah, fuck your couch,
However,
I'm
he would
staying.
be wrong. Over the next 3 days, Matt continued making his way north through the Lassen Forest. And
The
trail
Lassen
he was
Forest.
on would weave between those big, beautiful open areas, back inside those very densely forested areas where the trees were practically right
Yeah, just like, look at this. Like, what is there to walk through? Like, what the hell? Like, what are people doing? Like, what do you want to see? You see broken... I can see this in fucking my park. To look at fucking trees and grass. Like, I don't see what people want to go to these forests where nobody's at and, like, goes on hikes. Yeah, dude, I don't even walk through that shit. Fuck sleep there for a night.
top of you.
I don't
And
get it.
during those 3 days, Matt did not see the people in white. He did not have any nighttime encounters with anybody. Nothing got stolen. And so that only reinforced the idea that, you know, he had
Exactly,
gotten a
Jimmy.
opportunity.
You should try finding... I can try finding to see that too.
And they were no longer following him. But on the 4th day after the food stealing incident,
The food
things
stealing
would get
incident.
spooky for Matt again. On that 4th night, Matt was once again forced to leave the trail he was on. He was in one of those very densely forested areas and walk well off the trail to find a clearing for his tent. And so he walked, you know, several hundred feet away. He finds this clearing. He sets up his tent, and then also he sets up a perimeter of sticks all around the outside of his campsite. This was a
Interesting.
precaution he had begun taking after the food stealing incident. These sticks
The food
were an
stealing
early
incident.
warning system.
I guess why.
An
People do it to hear
animal
noises.
person
I've heard people
came
do that.
too close to his campsite, they would step, in theory, on these sticks, and they would break, and they would alert Matt in the middle of the night. And so after his campsite was all set up and all prepared, Matt sat down and had a quick bite to eat, and then after storing his food, he climbed inside of his tent, and he fell asleep. Before we finish the story, I want to
Oh,
tell you
come
about
on,
our
bro.
sponsor, HelloFresh. Are you tired of spending hours and hours
Fucking
in
guy, man. I mean, he's gotta make bread. He's gotta make his bread.
Doorstep between menu found to finally wow follow, and they make experience all school is follow, and they make for a joyful cooking experience.
Oh, look at Mr. Bull and his kids. Cute.
Family.
Look at him.
Speaking of family, HelloFresh
Chef Boy or bowling.
Friendly line of recipes that are perfect for families looking to try something new while school is out for the summer. So if you're ready to go to 16.
This guy's making so much bread doing that shit. Probably here we go. Back
A few
to
hours later, Matt suddenly woke up. Now, when he woke up, he opened his eyes, but it's pitch black in his tent. There are no windows in his tent, and it's pitch black outside. So even with his eyes open,
I don't know, but
he can't
she's.
see anything.
I don't know where she's at.
So he's just laying there with his eyes open.
Does look good.
But it's total darkness, and he's just listening intently because he doesn't really know why he woke up, if something startled him, or if there's no reason at all. And so he's just laying there and he's listening. And as he's listening, he hears the distinct sound of something stepping on one of the sticks.
Of course. Well, something's gonna step on it. It's a fucking forest.
And his heart just starts racing because he
If
knows
he's, nothing's gonna step in there.
an animal or a person is just a few feet away from him. And so instinctively, he kind of begins to pull his arm as quietly as he can out of his sleeping bag, and he reaches over and he grabs his hunting knife. And as he grabs the handle of the knife and he brings it closer to him, he hears the sound of more footsteps.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do if I saw that shit, bro. I don't know what the fuck I would do, bro, if I seen that.
They don't care about the sound they just made. They're still moving towards his tent. And so
Oh,
Matt's
shit.
starting to get really freaked out because he knows that, you know, it could be an animal, but just
Forest rams.
two people were in his campsite
I hear that.
stealing his food and walking all around his
The
tent.
dirty ass
And
people.
so that's what's going through his head. And so Matt's laying there preparing himself to potentially have to slash out if anybody came close to his tent. I mean, he's in the middle of nowhere.
Imagine someone opened the zipper and says, "Pardon me, do you have any Grey Poupon?" Remember those commercials when people just like open their windows?
If a person is out here, it's not his friend. And so he's laying there, he's kind of
Obviously, it's
shaking,
not his
he's listening
friend.
really intently, and the footsteps are just getting closer and closer and closer to his tent until they stop right next to his head. They are literally about
Holy
a foot
shit.
away from him. And so he can't see anything, he's just listening really intently, and then he starts to hear whispering. But the whispering is not coming from this person right here.
What the
The
fuck?
whispering is coming from everywhere in the forest. It's
What
coming
the
from
fuck?
all different directions. And so Matt doesn't know what to think about this. And as he's hearing this whispering, which is getting more and more frantic, whoever is standing right outside of his tent begins circling his tent.
What the
So
fuck?
now he hears footsteps just walking in a circle around his tent while frantic whispers are coming in from all directions. And so at this point, Matt is so terrified, he's just frozen. He knows that he's holding that knife, but he won't be able to do anything with it. He's just petrified.
I'd be
And as
fucking
soon
shouting
as
shit in my
the
pants,
total
probably.
nightmare had begun, it just stopped. The whispering, silence.
What?
The footsteps stopped. And so in a way, it was kind of relieving, but in another way, Matt's laying there thinking, I want to hear the sound of footsteps retreating into the forest, leaving.
Nah, I
But
don't think
haven't
so.
heard that. It went from footsteps all around the tent and whispering everywhere to silence, as if whoever is out there is still out there. And they're just standing there waiting for him. And because it's so dark,
I mean,
he can't even look. He can't
Look, so
outside
far it's
and
pretty
see.
interesting. He's
And
got me
so
locked in,
left
so it's a
just
good one. Yeah,
waiting
I like
in
these
his
types of
tent,
videos. The
wondering
forest shit's the
if
best.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 people are just waiting outside of his tent. He's got no idea. And so finally the sun would come up in the morning, and again, Matt has not heard the sound of retreating footsteps. And so maybe they're still just standing outside. But once the sun had totally come up and there was some light outside that he could see through his tent, Matt decided he just had to check. And so he reached over and he quickly...
I'll check it, Chris. I'm not sure. I think we saw it along. We saw all of them,
He didn't see anyone.
Chris.
He leapt outside
I'll
with
check
his
though.
knife, ready to confront anyone who was out there, but there was no one. And so Matt, he's not thinking, oh great, you know, they're gone. He's thinking, you know, are they
Ronnie?
just like a few
Hey,
feet
guys.
away, hiding behind trees? And so for a few minutes, Matt just began looking all around his campsite, kind of expecting to see, you know, those people in white or other people he doesn't know, but he doesn't see anyone. And then Matt starts thinking to himself, you know, was this just a nightmare?
The
Did
fuck
that
are
really
these jokes?
happen? Am I
That's what he's
imagining
saying.
this?
What the fuck are
When he
these
looked
jokes?
down, he saw clear boot
What?
prints all over his campsite, including a nice...
I have a question. What the fuck is this guy still doing there? Right? Like, it comes to a point already. Like, some people I think like being scared. Like they like this whole. You know what I'm saying? I've seen people like that. Like, you know, they think something like, you know, we keep going, and they like being scared. Oh, is he really, Dave? I didn't know that. What's his name? What's his first name? I didn't know that. Does he look just like him with like a fucking smashed nose? That's what I'm saying.
Track all the way around his tent. And so this nightmare really had played out in real life. And so he quickly gets everything back into his pack, he throws it on his shoulder, and he just starts running back towards the trail. When he got to the trail, he continued running north. And as he's running along and looking over his shoulder the whole time, he's telling himself, I just need to get out of Lassen National Forest. I need to get out of the people in white's turf. Get away
The people
from
in
this
white.
place, and I'll be left alone. And so that motivated him to spend the whole day moving as fast as he possibly could. And by that afternoon, he had finally escaped Lassen National Forest. He was out, and he was in one of these smaller towns.
Two things. What I was wondering about. How come the guy... Hey, if you were in this situation, wouldn't you think to turn your phone on and record the whispering sounds? Or to like, maybe take pictures of what's going on? Like, why wouldn't people, like, I don't get that. Why don't people like, do shit like that? If they want like people to believe their stories. I mean, I'm sure like the guy really says this happened to him, but still, because Mr. Bowles doesn't say tell fake stories, but still, just like why don't people do that? That's what I would have done.
Towns that kind of butted up alongside this forest. And so that night, he camped out right near this town. He wanted to be as close to civilization as possible to ensure his safety. And so as he's laying in his tent that night, he began thinking about what had happened over the past couple of days. At this point, he was nearly...
Yeah, but is it really near death, though? He's just scared in his fucking tent. But I hear what you're saying, though, right? In someone, like, fucked up situation, they're probably not even thinking about that. You're right.
That the people in white that he had seen on that boulder, they had to be behind these nighttime encounters. They just had to.
Obviously, who else would they be?
He was thinking to himself, okay, well, the first encounter I had with them, you know, when they stole his food, yeah, that's creepy, but it makes sense. They followed him, they went to his campsite, they stole his food.
They were dirty, I mean, yeah, dirty people need to eat.
But the second encounter, the one that had happened the night before, that didn't make any sense. Assuming it was, again, the people in white responsible.
The people in white.
That meant they had been following Matt the whole time.
That's crazy.
And he had not seen them somehow, even though over the last couple
That's
of days,
insane.
he had been
They probably
looking
did.
over his shoulder
What up, Ryan?
constantly,
What up,
looking
LeBron?
for those people. But he didn't see them, and they still managed to follow him all the way over several days to this other unmarked campsite, hundreds of feet off the main trail.
Damn.
So how did they do that? And then two, once they were at his campsite and he's laying there listening to them, walking around the campsite, whispering to each other, what were they doing? And then how did the footsteps and whispering just stop immediately and he didn't even hear the sound of them retreating into the woods? You know, how did they do that? And so Matt would
Magic.
go over this until finally he would fall asleep. And
Magic,
the
dude,
next
straight
morning
magic.
when he got up, it was the first thing he was thinking about. People in white.
The first
What
thing-
were they doing and why and where were they? And so as Matt packed up his campsite that morning, it did cross his mind, you know, that maybe he should just stop the hike right now.
Fuck,
and
what, I
call
mean,
his
maybe?
family, have them
Are you
pick us
fucking
up
kidding
and
me?
get out of here. But
Wait a second.
This hike,
This motherfucker's debating whether he should still stay? Come on, my dude. This guy has to be fucking psychotic. He's not normal. How do you experience all that and say, you know what? Maybe I should stay, right? Like, that logically makes zero sense.
Really important to him, and he was only about 100 miles away from the finish line, which meant he had already hiked over 1,600 miles, and he just didn't want to quit. He wanted to finish what he started.
So you want to still be, what a fucking nut job. Obviously it's not going to stop, you fucking
So
idiot,
that
bro.
day, Matt
People
would
are so
leave that
dumb,
little
bro.
town, and he would make his way up into
What a
another
fucking
very
moron,
dense
bro.
forest
What an
called
idiot.
the Mount Shasta forest.
Oh,
Mount
even worse.
Shasta
Yo,
was a lot like the
Yo, you should know one thing. Mount Shasta, you guys should even look this up, has the most explained disappearances in the world out of every fucking mount, out of every fucking place. Mount Shasta. There's always shit that goes like in Mount Shasta. The stories that literally you and me, let's say me and you are walking. Let's say Chris, right? Literally, I'm like, hey Chris, we're having a conversation, and I literally you're a couple steps behind me, and like you're speaking, and I literally just turn around. And like, where the fuck did Chris go? And you just vanished into thin air, bro. No one can find you, and you're gone for good. That's the shit that happens in Mount Shasta many times, more than once. I've seen so many videos from missing 411 about Mount Shasta. That's why you know already shit's gonna get fucked up, just by hearing that.
the Lassen forest, except Mount Shasta has a very disturbing backstory.
Well, he's gonna say it?
Specifically, lots and
Nice.
lots of people go missing.
Oh,
inside of
nice.
Mount Shasta,
Look at that, dude.
And often they go missing under baffling circumstances.
That's hard.
The most
Smart.
frightening of these missing persons reports
He knows also, you
are
see?
when someone comes back, the survivor of the event, and they will say, you know, they saw their hiking companion. They clearly saw them.
Well, talking.
And then they turned their back on them just for a few moments, a few minutes, whatever it was. And when they turned back around, the
That's
person
funny
they
as.
were with was
Yo, what are
now
the odds of that? I promise you I didn't watch this video yet, but what are the odds of that? But he probably. It makes sense. He probably watched the same videos I did for Missing 411. That's why he knows that.
gone. No trace of them, nothing. They're just gone. And despite a massive search for them, they're never found again. There is a distressing.
I'm glad, so
number
happy you
of
just said that
missing
because it's so
people
true.
in
Now
Mount
you can see
Shasta
now that I'm not
that
saying he's
sound
saying it,
just
believe it.
like that.
It's crazy
totally
like that.
terrifying. So with that in mind,
That shit's
Matt
crazy.
makes
It's
his
true.
way into the Mount Shasta forest, and even though it totally stressed him out to once again be walking on these dirt pathways,
Really? Oh, yeah, I'll look
where
into
the
him.
trees are very tight
I'll
on
look
either
into him,
side
dude.
of you. They're very dense, and as he's walking, he's kind of looking in both directions, expecting to see somebody watching him. Despite feeling that way, Matt just continued to stay focused and kept telling himself to just continue on, because you're so close to the end. And so the first 3 days that he was in the Mount Shasta forest,
As a matter of fact, I'm gonna look up some Mount Shasta videos for you guys after this to show you how much shit goes on over there. It's insane.
Matt would just keep his head down and very stoically every day he would just hike as far as he possibly could. In the evening, he would set up his...
That's Mount Shasta. Like, what's so like? I don't understand. Yo, if you want to go walk, right? Just go walk in the fucking park next to your house. Why do you gotta go over here to go walk? It doesn't look any different. Like, I don't understand why people have these urges to say, "Oh, I just walked this mountain. I walked this hike. I walked that hike." Like, what do you gain out of it? Besides, especially when you hear all this shit, it's like the people doing these hikes, they hear this shit. They know that people go missing. Like you don't hear people go missing in your local park. You know what I'm saying? But why take that chance even? That's what I understand. People, I don't know. It makes no sense to me. I would never do this. I would never go. Even with 1,000 people, I wouldn't go. It makes no sense. I never want to be in a place where people could possibly go missing, and especially on a frequent basis like this. Who knows what the hell happens to them?
his campsite either right off the
I don't
trail
get it.
or maybe a little ways off the trail in a clearing, and he didn't have any run-ins.
And especially, forget that even. You know, the wild, you know, wild, those are all the wild animals are there. Like, lions, tigers, everything's there. Like, why even deal with that shit? For what? A possibility that something might happen.
White or anybody else for that matter. He was totally left alone. But on his 4th day in the Mount Shasta forest, all that would change. On that
Exactly,
4th day,
Chris. Go walk
Matt
down the
found
street in
himself
Detroit.
not
Facts.
inside one of those very dense forested areas, but rather in this very open trail that was up on the side of this mountain. And because this trail was fairly high up in elevation, the tree coverage was fairly sparse, and so there was great visibility. He could see miles ahead of him, and when he turned around, he could see miles behind him. And so Matt is just walking along this trail, kind of enjoying the day. It's beautiful outside, and at some point, he turns around and looks behind him. Now, all day he'd been doing that, and he had not seen anyone. But this time, when he turned around, he saw 2 little white dots, miles and
What?
miles back, slowly making their way along
The white
trail that
dots?
he was on. It was the people in white. They were
Get the
back.
fuck out of here,
At this
bro.
point, Matt was at least
Come on, you
50
gotta be shitting me.
miles
No
or
way.
more away from that first place he had walked past.
How is that even possible? I think it just meant, like, I don't even know how that's even. The fact that he said that he was like 50. I don't get how fast it is. The only people who could teleport.
People in white really had followed him and almost certainly were responsible for the nighttime visits he was getting. And 2,
What up,
for
Jims?
reasons unknown, they were still following him.
Listen, I get what you're saying. It's impressive, but at the same time, just having that chance that something might happen to you, what's the point? I could say I walked from Brooklyn to Queens, bro. That's a safer fucking walk than doing this shit, bro.
Now, Matt suddenly didn't care at all about completing his big hike.
Oh, now look, all of a sudden this motherfucker doesn't care. First he's like, oh, you know, think about this. This guy went on a hike. All this shit happened to him, and then after he came, you know what? I have to do it now. Look at the story just changed.
Just wanted to get the heck away from those people. And so very quickly he pulled out his map. And
Like, he didn't
looked,
think they're gonna come?
and to
Like,
his
what?
horror,
I don't get it.
He realized he was in one of the most isolated.
It's
portions
impressive going
of the
missing, right? He'll be in the back of a milk
he was
carton.
at least 25 miles away from the nearest civilization, a little town.
I mean, that looks nice. I'm not gonna lie. That's a nice view. But I see it right here. I don't need to fucking go there, bro. I see it right here. This is good enough for me.
Called Castella, California.
I don't need to see it in person.
So without a better option, Matt put the map back in his pocket. He took one last look at the people in white who were making steady gains on him, and then Matt just turned away from them and began.
He started booking
it on the trail. And Matt would run for hours and hours and hours without stopping. Even when he turned around and could no longer see the people in white,
exactly.
he just kept on running.
You know what's crazy, Jimmy?
You
could do that nowadays. You could actually go on Google and walk trails. I hear that. That's what I would do.
And he could barely see the trail. He just kept on running.
I ain't doing it. I would never do. I never fucking camp. Never liked camping. Not into that shit.
He actually couldn't see the ground anymore. That Matt finally, totally exhausted, came to a stop. And then from there, he turned and left the trail and walked way away.
And if I am going there, bro, I'm taking both my. I'm gonna go like Rambo, bro. Both my ARs. That's the only way I would go. Like seriously, that's the only way I would do that.
From the trail, hundreds of feet deep into the forest, to get as far away from these people in white as he possibly could. And so finally, he found this clearing.
Actually,
very far away.
Truth is, it won't even help. These people are like teleporting.
Very diligently
he makes it sound like they're teleporting and shit.
Around this campsite, making sure there were no gaps. And then he climbed inside of his tent. He zipped it up, and then keeping on all of his stuff in case he needed to make a run for it, he got inside of his sleeping bag and he just laid there with no expectation that he was going to sleep. He was terrified. As he laid there, he thought to himself, okay, I have now run at least several miles ahead of them. I know that was them. I know I got some distance.
I know that was them.
There's no way they saw where I turned off the trail and where I've set up this campsite. So they can't possibly find me. And so Matt would lay in the tent
no one's finding them.
Several hours just waiting to fall asleep. And then finally he
That's what I was thinking too, actually, about all the running.
Totally quiet outside. He hasn't heard anything. And so he begins to doze off to sleep. And as
I'll tell you, after this is done, I'll tell you a story that happened to me when I was in Israel and we went to like campsites. I'll tell you what happened. It's pretty fucked up.
Tired, he hears the sound of someone stepping on his perimeter of sticks. And as soon as he hears that stick break,
obviously,
he hears the all too familiar whispering pick up all around
the whispering. It's all about the whispering.
Then something new happens. Before
something
Matt
new.
can even do anything, his tent lights up like a Christmas tree. Someone is shining a light on his tent. Someone has snuck up on his campsite. In the
fuck
middle
no,
of
bro.
nowhere,
Fuck no,
hundreds
dude.
of feet off the trail in the middle of the night. They've found him, and they're shining a light on him. And then the
cops.
light flicks off, and it's silent. And
what
at this
the fuck?
point, Matt's fight or flight instinct kicks in.
Flight or flight?
Off his sleeping bag.
Did he say flight or flight?
Outside,
the guy just said flight or flight.
Nonsense and flailing around with a knife, trying to intimidate these people to get away from him. And then after he stops for a second, he hears a stick crunch right behind him.
Oh shit!
He whips his head around to look at who is standing right behind him, and as he's turning out of his peripheral vision, he sees a dark figure running towards
Get
him.
the fuck out of here, my dude. The Grim fucking Reaper right behind him, bro. That's crazy. Look at that. The fuck is that? Yo. Wow, man. This guy's got some fucking cojones, bro.
He doesn't think twice. He just turns and begins running away.
Look at that. What the hell is that? Look at his face.
Now remember, it's pitch black in the forest. There's trees everywhere. And so Matt's smashing into trees, branches are hitting him, he's falling to the ground, but he is on a pure adrenaline high, and he is just sprinting as fast as he possibly can away from this person who is likely
I'm fucking going ballistic.
And after 5 minutes of running, he stumbles and falls forward and kind of lands at the base of this fallen tree. The tree had landed in such a way that it was kind of propped on a log, so there was a small gap underneath the tree. And so Matt, thinking quickly, kind of slid himself underneath this log and positioned himself so he was looking back in the direction he was running from. And as he laid there, he saw in the distance this light bobbing around. These people are looking for him. They're searching.
What do they want to do? Eat him?
And so
the fuck they want from him?
In horror, tucked underneath this
wow,
log,
man.
as whoever had the light,
what the fuck, bro? I can't even believe this guy. I feel bad for this dude. I would never. I don't know what the fuck. I would never go into the. I'd never walk outside for like a month probably if that happened to me.
So Matt would remain underneath this log all night.
Oh, you gotta be shitting me.
Finally, the sun came up, and at that point, even though it was fairly obvious that whoever was looking for him, they were now gone, Matt was still terrified, and so he stayed under the log for several hours until it was about early afternoon. And then he finally pulled himself out from under the log, and he looked around. He couldn't see anyone, And then instead of going back to his campsite and getting his gear,
you know what's weird about the story?
Abandoned it. He
was very
worried
strange.
that these people in white or whoever it was, that they were still going to be there. And so he just turned and continued running away from his campsite back out to the trail. And once he got the trail,
They are, if they're human. If they are, only if they're human.
And when he got there, he hitchhiked his way to
Yo,
town.
You know what boggles my mind? He was saying how these people, he saw them from a mile, these two little white dots. So these motherfuckers, you're telling me, could see this guy from that far, but he's hiding under a log, they can't find him? You know what I'm saying? That's a little bit, I don't know. Maybe he took some LSD then or some shit. Something like, that doesn't make any sense. How could he, this motherfucker's like, he's saying that he sees little white dots from 15 miles, you know what I'm saying? But like they can't find them in their fucking log.
Of Mount Shasta. And there he would speak to
makes no sense.
As well as the forestry
oh wow, he told the police?
What he had experienced.
Oh wow.
So they would take all of his information down.
That's crazy.
And they would put him up in a motel for the
I mean,
night.
that's
And
crazy.
The next day, Matt would get in touch with his family and they would drive.
I gotta look up that real story, Matt.
Shasta. They would pick him up and they would take him back.
I don't know. I don't know what he's on. I mean, obviously,
the Mount Shasta police.
He's on something.
Service and would just follow up and say, "Hey, have you learned anything else about these people in white? Have you caught them? Has anybody else come forward?" And the police would say, they did have a number of people coming forward saying that things had been stolen from their campsites. These are people that were in Mount Shasta, in Lassen Forest, and the surrounding forests. But Matt was the only one who had reported being terrorized by this mysterious couple.
Wow.
And so to this day, Matt has no idea who those two people were.
That's
what
insane.
They wanted with him beyond obviously the food they took. I mean, they continued to stalk him for nearly
That's fucking
100
crazy.
miles. And he has no idea how they were able to keep finding his campsites
right?
that were
keep finding, but they can't find them on our fucking log.
Hundreds of feet
Remember
off
that.
the main trail in unmarked areas that they would somehow navigate to in total darkness without alerting Matt. It's all a big mystery.
That's a big fucking mystery.
So that's going to do it. If you got something out of today's episode and you haven't done
Damn,
so
Mr. Bone, you're getting better at storytelling.
Bluetooth speaker in the like button's bedroom, and then proceed to play Siberian Husky screaming.
Where does he come up with this
all
shit?
night long. Also, please subscribe to
He always has a new one.
turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of our weekly uploads. We now have a podcast called the Mr. Ballin Podcast, where we upload brand new, never before heard podcast exclusive.
Don't tell me you have
stories
podcasts now.
on Monday mornings.
Damn, I'm gonna be listening to this guy 24/7 now.
We upload remastered audio from some of our most popular YouTube videos. Again, the podcast is just called Mr. Ballin Podcast, and you can find it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts,
What's it
Amazon,
called?
Google, anywhere you find podcasts.
I think we've seen this
find it
already.
there. We also have 2 additional YouTube channels. One is
Yeah, we saw this. I don't think we saw it here, though. First, let me tell you what happened to me.
in
So
2014.
when we were in school and shit, right? Let me tell you a quick story before I continue. We went to where was it? Up north, I believe. I think Mount Hermon, somewhere around there. And I had no idea that they told me this later on because I think they knew I wasn't gonna go because I didn't want to go. And I thought we were just going for one day. Hold on a sec. To go visit and go like hiking there because it was a hiking trip. And somehow, last minute, I was told, "Oh, by the way, we're camping out here tonight." I'm like, "What do you mean we're camping out here tonight? Get the fuck out! I'm not camping anywhere. I don't like sleeping outside. I never understood." You know what I'm saying? I never understood how people could just sleep outside. Never into that. I'm not, you have beds for a reason. I don't want to sleep outside. I don't want to sleep. So, of course, I remember staying here at night. And, dude, when I set up my sleeping bag, because we always had to carry with us, bro, there was a huge-ass fucking cockroach. Like, literally, it just, was running around, in my sleeping bag when I put it there. I'm like, fuck no, I couldn't sleep. I was up the whole night. I'm like, I'm not sleeping out there. Like, just looking at that. Thinking in my head, like, yo, this is what people got to deal with out here? Get the fuck out of here, bro. I would never even contemplate even fucking thinking of doing this shit again. But there were weird shit going on too. There's weird noises I remember. There's some stuff I couldn't explain. Remember, we all heard it even. Like there's some strange ass noises coming that didn't sound normal. Didn't sound human. Didn't sound even like animals. We heard we saw shit that didn't make sense. like just flashes of shit, like not lights, just like these things, like these little tiny things, like sort of like a firefly. You know, like fireflies flash. It was shit like that, but they were bigger, like way bigger, like the size of like a fucking, I would say like a bird. Like think about a firefly the size of a bird lighting up and like disappearing. You know what I'm saying? That's the shit I had to deal with. Pieces of piles of shit? Nah, not that. But I'm saying though, some crazy ass shit. Hold on, I'm looking for a different video right now. I want to see something. We did see this, by the way, Chris. We've seen this. Think about it, Jimmy. Imagine seeing a bird, like something like a firefly, or something just lighting up, but far in the distance though, not like close. It wasn't a flashlight either, man, because there was a bunch of them. It was weird, like fireflies the size of a bird. Think about that, like going on like for the whole fucking night, bro. But it was like maybe like I would say around like 2,000-3,000 feet away from us. That's what I did. I was standing up the whole night. I was so mad the next day. I didn't sleep, bro. That shit was crazy. Someone guy said he went to go pee like behind a tree somewhere far away. And he said there was like these fucking green eyes, like green neon eyes, like he saw like deep out, like he heard something crack, like that, and he saw like these green eyes like staring at him. He had no idea what it was. I said it's probably an animal, like green eyes, like neon green. No, bro, you're not listening to me, ref. You ever see fireflies? Like they like light up, like those little bugs. They're lightning bugs. Lightning bugs are called. They like light up like lightning and they disappear. Imagine that, but the size of a bird doing that. Those I saw that, so I know that whatever the fuck that was, dude, was crazy. I don't know what the hell that was, but we all saw it. Hold on, I'm finding one right now. Let me see Mount Shasta. Mount Shasta. So let's see disappearances. I don't want to get fucking kicked off my stream though in the middle. See, that's, I can't. See, that's the only thing about YouTube that sucks. I can't just watch anything. Oh, I'm gonna show you guys something crazy. Actually, I have to show this to you. This I have. Actually, I know what I'm gonna watch with you. It was about. It was from the Project Dark Knight, but it's only one clip. It's not the whole video. It's only one of his things that you have to see. It's about voodoo, and that shit. Whatever's going on there is legit. Like it's not fake. Like you can tell. Like it's a real deal. Like there's no way he could. There's no way. There's no sticks, no stone, none of that shit. On Twitch you can. No, you can't. Wait, you went camping before, Chris? You've been camping? Yo, Jimmy, I'm telling you, that's the first time I ever went and the last. I would never do it again after that one experience I had. But I have friends who always do it. Like once in a while, they always go like to the mountains and go camping. What the fuck they want to camp sleep outside for? Like what? I don't understand what they gain out of it. Well, on Twitch you could watch anything? I don't think so. Let me see. Can you? Can you watch any YouTube video on Twitch? Can you watch any YouTube video on Twitch? Let's see. Okay. So you have to talk, basically. You can't just... Oh wait, is a violation of our policies to stream or upload content containing copyrighted music. Oh, they changed the music rules there? Okay, so music they changed. You cannot watch Netflix. Okay. Oh, really? Yo, on Twitch right now, we can now stream movies and TV shows. I didn't know that. Without fear of these DMCA strikes. That's cool. So we can watch movies on Twitch. Oh shit. If you have an Amazon Prime account, which I do, you can watch it on Twitch too. I didn't know that. So you can watch movies on Twitch. I never knew that. That's good to know. Right? Out of fucking nowhere, dude. I didn't even know you could do that. No, music you can. Yo, what's up, Josh? Yeah, Josh, I told you, one of my friends freaking suddenly passed away. That's why I was gone for a little bit. I had to deal with his whole brother, his family. It was a lot of crazy shit, bro. Didn't make any sense. The whole thing was absurd. Yeah, bro. It's not your fault. Honestly, I don't blame anyone, but they should have taken. I mean, the guy, he'd be alive right now if he would have went to the hospital. That's all I know. He had 2 weeks. All right, killer, be good. He had 2 weeks that he could have. I don't know why he didn't go. Especially if he had blood in his freaking stool. It made no sense. I don't understand it. Like, he didn't even tell me this stuff. I talked to him all the time. I don't know why he didn't tell me that. I would have drove there and fucking dragged his ass to the hospital if I would have known this shit. And he ended up dying from stomach bleeding, internal bleeding, when he had like signs of it, like for weeks, which makes no sense. Like if you have blood in your shit for 2 weeks straight, bro, and you're not going to the hospital, I mean, obviously there's something fucking wrong, right? I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe he was scared. I don't know. I just don't understand him. That's the only thing that boggles my mind. I don't understand why he didn't. What he was like. I don't know what he was thinking. Yeah, but that stuff's no joke, bro. Like, if you saw that, you wouldn't go. I would go to the hospital if I saw I was fucking blood on my fucking when I was in the bed. What are you kidding me, dude? That's not normal. That's not a normal thing, bro. You can't think like that, Dave. You don't know what it is. You can't self-diagnose yourself. If something's wrong like that, dude, it happens. There's people who've had that all the time, Dave, and they're alive. They fix it. They do something like some surgery. Something could be done. I hear you. You're right. Well, I don't know. It's his girlfriend's telling me this. He would tell he's one of my best friends. I know this kid like since he's 13, bro. Like pretty much. It doesn't make any sense. I guess she told me for 2 weeks he had blood in his stool, and I told her like you didn't think to take him to the fucking hospital. She he didn't want to go. He refused to go. I'm like, so what? He was basically drinking vodka every morning on an empty stomach for some odd reason without eating, and that's what caused the bleeding, I guess. Like a lot of vodka, like a full bottle. I don't know what he was doing in the mornings. Like, I don't get it. Well, that's what happened. Well, that's what I'm saying, but it was too late because I guess 2 weeks after, as this was going on, 2 weeks later, because they think about it. So they knew there was an issue, obviously. No one did anything about it, and then one day they just came home, they found him on the floor, and that was it. It was too late at that point. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that to the person. I'm not gonna say, oh, should have, could, you know. I'm not gonna say that to this girl, you know. But yeah, I agree. Well, it's something called insurance, bro. Let me see what video I'm gonna put on right now. One sec. See if we can find one. Oh, I found it. Actually, 1 second. Which is the one I watched. Look at my history for a sec. That one was really good. The voodoo shit, she was crazy. Come on, where is it? Give me another minute. Let's find it. I'll come back to my stream once I find it right now. I'm just looking at my phone quickly. We gotta watch this shit. This shit's crazy. I want you guys to watch this. This shit's nuts. What is it? I think this is it. Hold on. Is this it? I think I found it. 1 second. Yeah, I found it. Okay. This is it. It's only, it's not long. It's only the first one. 15 minutes. Alright. I'm ready. This one. Yeah, this dude, right, bro. This shit's crazy, bro. You gotta see this shit. It's insane.
But Lloyd's channel started as a cooking.
Duppy, son. Even if he makes me laugh, even when he speaks, this guy makes me laugh.
For our first case today, let me introduce
Duppy.
you to Lloyd. He has a YouTube channel that goes by the name of Lloyd's House of Horrors.
So you can't see it.
And believe it or not, but Lloyd's channel
That's
started
Duppy.
as a cookery channel. But with a difference. You see, Lloyd is from Jamaica, so he's more laid back than your average chef. So like I said,
Yo,
his channel
seriously, watch this
started
shit. It's
videos
just
of
nuts.
cooking Jamaican food and talking about his heritage and also his country. He had hopes and dreams that his channel would go viral and that would be his sole inspiration to making money.
Ugh, what is that, spam?
But no
It's
matter how
nasty.
hard he tried, he was unsuccessful in getting the views. So, after some time, he gave up on cooking. The next few months that followed, Lloyd would produce and publish different kinds of videos on different kinds of topics, but his heart was always in cooking food. So, after a year of getting nowhere, Lloyd was feeling deflated and depressed. So, he joined a prayer group with a friend.
Right? And
This
I was thinking
prayer
about
group
that.
was not what Lloyd
Motherfucker's
thought
cooking a
it
ski
was.
mask.
And ultimately, he would go on to join a voodoo cult. And
He
because
joined
of
the
an
voodoo
argument
cult.
and money,
Who the fuck joins a
Lloyd
voodoo
would
cult?
be cursed by the prayer group's leader, a voodoo practitioner. What follows is the true account of how Lloyd got cursed. To keep this interesting, I've
This shit's
broken
insane.
the story down into segments, and I've included his paranormal experiences in between. Listen.
Yo, what's up, y'all? I'm gonna tell you guys about my first experience with voodoo.
Lord of mercy.
And one of my niggas is like, yo, come to church with me. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna come to church with you, like that, whatever. So I'm telling my parents, like, yo, you know, I'm waking up tomorrow, I'm going to church. So you know, I got my church clothes on or whatever. So I'm in church with him or whatever, and then all of a sudden, you know, the lights go off. I hear people playing the drums and shit like that. I hear people playing the drums. And they're playing like doo-dum, 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 doo-dum. and they're fucking lighting candles and all that, and they're like, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? I'm like, what's going on?
They don't look
I
delayed.
was scared. I was nervous. Yo, what's going on? Yo, it's Young Boy Lloyd. I'm here
Young
right
Boy
now.
Lloyd.
I'm tired of this fucking ghost in my fucking house. Shit, shaking. Shit, tired of the shit in my house. I'm gonna burn some sage and all
Jody's
that.
Wrath?
Burn out the duppy in my house tonight.
Alright, well.
You feel me? I had some sage that I burned before. I had some, I don't know what this wood piece is too.
Wood piece.
So I'm gonna try to burn them out right now.
Butterboard. They say these random words, these Jamaicans, it's mad funny.
You know, sleepless and fucking nice I had
I
in
love
this
it.
fucking house. Okay, clean up. This here, I don't know if this shit works.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that shit move. Look at that.
The free market.
Look at that shit just moving on its own. Look at that.
You know, market.
Is that a chair? Oh, it is a chair.
You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? Yo! The fuck? Yo, what's going on? Holy shit. Nah, man, I'm going on with this up here. See, I hope I got this shit on camera, yo. Fuck, I hope I got this shit on camera. Cause nobody fucking believes me the shit that's going on, yo.
Well, it's hard to believe.
Fuck? Nobody believes me. Nobody believes me the shit that's
What
going
up,
on.
Spookaloops?
I hope I got this shit on camera, man. The fuck is going on in this house, man? The hell? Hold on, I gotta look at this. I gotta look at this and see for myself.
The video you just watched was taken 1 year after being cursed by the leader of the group. And what you didn't see was the anger and frustration and the sleepless nights that Lloyd went through and is still going through.
That's nuts.
Since being cursed. So, let's go back in time.
Yo,
to
but
the
like,
next
yo,
part.
you see a chair fly like that out of nowhere? What are you doing standing there? Like,
Hell.
people are fucking weird, man.
All that, and they're like, yo, what the fuck is this? I'm like, what's going on? You know, I was scared.
Fuck going on in the house, man?
I'm like, really, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? The eyes are rolling back in their
The
head.
eyes are rolling.
You hear me? And I was traumatized. I've
Traumatized.
never in my life ever seen anything like that. You know, I've been to church with my, I think my mother at the time was like, she just started going to church and shit like that. And I'm like, yo.
Yo, is it me? Has anyone ever seen like a dog biscuit, what they look like? Oh, I definitely believe this guy. But tell me right here by his eyes, like right here. This isn't like a dog biscuit. You know, like you feed the dog little biscuits. You see that? That little piece there, like a dog chews on like a bone. Little dog biscuit. But it looks like it, right? Like one half of it.
What the fuck is this? How can I take this here? The man hear me like, oh, what is? They gave me a white suit to put on and shit like that. So they sat me down on my knees.
That's crazy.
So I'm on my knees and they're around me praying and they're speaking in tongues and they're speaking African and all that.
Yeah,
Man,
exactly.
okay,
Little
he
bone
said-
thing. You know, the little cookie. It
Like, so
looks
what
like
I'm
it.
gonna do to you never experienced before in your life, right?
I definitely believe this
Pour
guy.
something in my mouth, and I swear to you, you're not even gonna believe me. I swear to God, I was on my knees
I believe you.
and I lift off of the ground, about 2 feet off of the ground.
Fuck it. Wow. Yeah, it's floating. That's hard.
Yeah, man. What's up, y'all, yo? It's Young Boy Lloyd, yo. I'm not gonna make no fucking duck you run me out of my
I notice everything, bro.
I'm sitting here right now, ready. I'm sitting in the chair right now.
I just noticed shit.
I move the chair thing. I stab up that thing, yo.
A stub up.
I stab up that knife up that thing. Boss all in through it. Tell you that right now. So
I love
I'm
Jamaicans,
not
bro.
gonna
They're
sit
so
here
fucking
and
funny.
do nothing. Well, I'm gonna defend myself. Right?
Yeah, against a ghost, right? With a fucking knife. Genius. Genius,
guys,
dude.
You know, a couple of you guys reached
I'll
out to me
stop it
and
up at
said they
that
loved
now.
me, and
Bumba
she
club
showed me
bonfire now, man.
a couple people that, you know, I gotta
What
order
one?
some shit, I
What
gotta
one?
pick some shit up,
What one?
You know what I'm saying to try to run this fucking ghost out of my house. You feel me? Because I'm not gonna sit here and accept to make it take over my house. Two we are gonna worry now. You feel me? So thanks for everybody to, that helped me, that reached out to me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm at war with this ghost right now. I'm gonna ask him.
I'm at war, he
what
says.
the
I like
fuck
this
does he
guy.
want from me? You know what I'm saying? Wherever it goes, wherever you are, whatever, what the fuck do you want from me, man? Just come on my fucking life, just love me, man. You don't know how long, how much weeks and months I've been in here torturing over this fucking shit, yo. You feel me? And I'm not gonna accept that, yo. I'm not gonna take that, yo.
I'm not gonna accept that.
Fucking punk, 'cause like this ghost one's gonna sit down in here and
I know, he's awesome.
fucking this.
What up, Tooth?
Take this fucking idiot thing my one with,
Yo,
yo.
look at that. Come on, man. Dude, how the fuck is the fucking butt? Look at that. That shit just flew off the fucking counter by itself. That's insane.
Yo, pussy, come here, yo.
He goes, you're a pussy. Yo, you a pussy.
Leave up from here, man.
Leave up from here. That's exactly what I wanted to show you. It's fucking hilarious, but it's really like, I feel bad for him in the same way. Dude, the pen just flew off his fucking table.
This ain't no fucking joking, yo. You can leave
He's
up
talking
from
to...
this house right now, yo. Now stay there, yo. Don't worry, yo. You see when I leave right now, I'm gonna go get some stairs and thing. I'm gonna button you out there. What? Stay here, yo. Yo, hold on. Let me get my phone. Let me go. Yo, you guys see this? You see the shit I'm done? So you know I'm not fucking around. You know it's not no fucking joke thing. You know it's not no.
This guy's not
it's no
joking,
real
yo.
deal
He's
thing
serious.
I'm dealing with inside here, man.
Nah, it's no fishing line, bro.
I was on my knees and I lift off of the ground, about 2 feet off of the ground. And I said to myself, I'm like, yo, after seeing this, there must be a God, there must be some higher power or something like that here. Because I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
I've heard about that, by the way, the floating thing.
Right? You know, I'm not gonna lie, I continue going.
There he goes, the
I'm
dog
like,
bone.
This shit is like some real shit. So I went back.
Doggy
and,
biscuit.
You know, he did a little thing for me. He's like, yo, I'm giving you power and protection right there. After that, you know, my money, I started making money like crazy after that. My money was ton up after that. I started making money. Police couldn't see me. My enemies couldn't see me.
Yeah, you heard what he just said?
Fuck.
He goes, yeah, I was making mad money. The police couldn't see me. Imagine what he's doing, guys. I was making hella money. The police couldn't see me. You heard that? Listen, pay attention. Look what he just said.
Power and protection right there.
Right here.
After that, you know, my money, I started making money like crazy after that.
Right
My
here.
money was ton up after that. I started making money. Police couldn't see me.
Police
My
couldn't
enemies
see
couldn't
me.
see me. Nobody couldn't fuck with
My
me.
enemies couldn't
Nothing
see
like
me.
that.
I wonder what he was
Fucking
doing, guys, to make money.
invincible.
The police couldn't see him.
Joke is, though, here's another part. Here's the second part of this now. So when I'm making money now, I get a call out of nowhere, private number, you know, like 12 o'clock in the night.
The police couldn't see him, guys.
My son, I see something wrong with you right now. You need to come see me right now.
I see something
There's
wrong with
people
you.
after you. There's something after you. You need to come see me.
You need to come see me.
Bring $2,000 donation.
$2,000 donation.
See?
Look at this guy. He's pissed. Right, fishing lines. Yeah, his bike just, yeah, it's fucking crazy. I feel bad for him. Voodoo's no joke, by the way.
Yo, you see what I'm talking about? I just came out, I just left my house to go get a soda water, and this is the shit I'm seeing. True, you can't come in my house. True, this ghost can. Sorry, my back is on. This ghost can't come in my house. He's there following me on the road. Look at it. Hold on. I turn this camera around. Yo, what do you want, yo? Show yourself. What do you want from me? Huh? Huh? The fuck? Hold on, let me put this down. No, you need to come see me right now. There's people after you. There's something after you. You need to come see me. Bring $2,000 donation.
No, I
Come
didn't.
see me. You see? So, long story short,
Soda
whatever
water.
money I'm making, he's sucking it the fuck out.
He's sucking
Because
it
whatever
up.
money I'm making or whatever like that, he wants me to give him donations. So I'm giving him
Donation.
Boom, boom. And I made the money. Boom, I'm giving it to
Boom.
him because he's calling me random hours in the night, all different times. Saying I need to stay there. I sleep there all 2 nights. Sleep at the church all 2 nights or whatever like that. I'm buying food.
It was
for them.
alright. No, I mean, the Spencer got
I'm
3
doing whatever,
DMs.
So I can't even get to enjoy my money now. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck, man? You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I just got enough of it. And I just got fed up eventually. I'm like, yo, fuck all this shit. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna hide from this man. So I started hiding from him. and you know, I blocked his number. I'm driving, I see him. I drive my team. He's like, my son, you need to come see me right now. There's a problem with you. So I'm like, yo, you know, all this shit, dog, I'm thinking like, yo, fuck this, man. After a while now, you know, I was kind of nervous because I'm like, yo, this man's like a powerful man, you know what I'm saying? After a while, I'm just like, yo, pussy, go suck your mother, yo. Like,
Yo, but suck
fuck
your
that,
mother,
fuck that, man. He called me, I'm like, yo, pussy, stop calling my blood clot for it.
Yeah.
I had my phone on him and whatever and say, fuck that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fish line, though.
Yo! Come here, what is that? The hell? Yo, come back.
Plumber's crack. Get a quarter, son.
No, he's serious there. Come. Oh! Yo, what's going on? Come. Yo, we gotta get out of here, man. No, seriously.
So far you know that Lloyd joined the cult and took part in a ritual to bring him wealth and protection and good luck. But,
Right.
as you were just informed, as Lloyd was making the money, the leader of the cult would ask for donations, and because he was a powerful man, and Lloyd was young and scared, he would give him the money. And he was even asked to sleep in the church so the leader could keep tabs on him. But this wouldn't keep going on. Lloyd would eventually snap, and because of an argument, the leader would ultimately curse Lloyd. So, shortly after this, Lloyd's viewers told him quite rightly to stop acknowledging the entity and to ignore it. So, he completely stopped everything, and eventually, things started to get better. It didn't stop completely, but it did die down a lot. Lloyd emailed me a couple of times, which is how I got the updates. But then, he did something 2 months ago which was so stupid, foolish, reckless and irresponsible. Remember when Lloyd was making content about cooking? He would hardly get any views.
Yeah, this guy.
But he was happy. But then, when he
Yeah, I
started to
see.
share his paranormal experiences with the world, his views started to rocket. Compared to his meager few hundred views, his paranormal content garnered
Shit.
thousands.
The hands of man.
And now, the content had dried up. So, he had nothing to show. So like I said, either out of greed, stupidness, and irresponsibility, Lloyd did this. Watch.
What does this guy do, this idiot?
I won't curse. But I'm in the graveyard and I'm asking for any demons or any ghosts who are to follow me.
Oh my
Follow me
god.
home, follow me wherever you can follow me. 'Cause I'm
This
not
guy,
giving up.
yeah, he's in the fucking graveyard asking for demons. He's like, yo, anyone come follow me home. Wow, man. That's some shit, my dude. Imagine. Yo, come follow me home.
Follow me. I ask for you.
Anything for the bread, dude. You gotta get those Hilfiger pants.
This is the last video that Lloyd uploaded as of today. And as
That's some
you just saw and
crazy ass
heard,
shit, bro.
he
Imagine going to a
unbelievably
graveyard
asked the
doing that.
demon
You
or
bro.
spirit to follow him home.
That's another thing. Like, I would never go there
I'll be
either. Why would you
keeping
go,
a lookout
go to a
for
fucking
any videos
graveyard?
that
What are
Lloyd
you
uploads
doing,
in the
bro?
next few weeks and months. I have a strange feeling that his next upload will be about strange activity.
Would anyone
going
here
on,
just do that? Would go to a graveyard at night by yourself
and that will
and
mean
say, yo, follow
that
me
it
home?
worked.
Like,
Be
think about
careful
that
for
for a
what you
second.
wish
You gotta
for,
be
my
a fucking
friends,
nut job to
because
do something like that.
You might just get it. So let's take note. The first case, he got paranormal activity.
He must
in
be
his
eating
home.
good though. Look at his face, like
was
swollen
cursed.
like crazy. You gotta look like he ate like 25 cheeseburgers. Lord of mercy.
Ghost
Lloyd.
for sale.
Lloyd's House of Horrors, bro.
Chapter 2 doesn't
Even
have a
Box,
lot of
I didn't
background
hear that.
information because I got an email with 2 videos attached to it
Who's that? Is that
about a
him?
guy we shall call John Doe because he wants to remain anonymous. He sent me an email explaining that he bought and moved into a brand new house
Lloyd's house
in
of
LA,
horrors.
and 5 years ago he noticed things started to move about in his home. Also, it didn't matter if it was day or night, he would hear
Skeleton
footsteps, knocks, taps and scratches coming from all over the house.
I don't know, Lloyd's, that guy's crazy.
For
bro.
some
It was
reason
funny. I
which
need
is
to show
unknown
you
to
guys
me,
that. That shit was
but
crazy.
John was
He was
embarrassed.
funny as hell.
Up until this point, he used to be a skeptic, but living in his home and experiencing all the activity changed his beliefs.
But I'll tell you one thing though, the voodoo shit, I always hear some crazy shit about that. That's just no joke, man. They take little dolls, pluck them. And the floating shit, by the way, I've heard about that before. Someone told me about that once. That's why I believe it. Like that people could float. I think there's a video somewhere, like you see like with those people who paint their faces with those fucking skeleton faces with the white marks on them. You see one of them like floating. It's fucking weird. So there is some truth behind that. I don't know. I honestly haven't spoken to the kid in a minute. I'll find out tomorrow, Josh. We even get, what do we get, like $50, bro? We get from here. I gave him like 200, but like I don't think that's gonna do anything for him. You know, but I'm sure it helped something. I haven't spoken to the kid in a couple of weeks, so I gotta find out. I'll ask him tomorrow. I'll find out tomorrow how he's doing. No, you're right. Listen. You're right. You're right. I agree. You know the new shit I see people doing now with this stuff? They got like the Connect or something that shows like little stick figures of people. That's what everyone's been doing now. SLS camera or something it's called.
Apparently, these 2 clips are just 2 in a long list of videos that he said he'll send to me.
And that's how they catch
John
things
lives
in their
alone
house.
in his home in LA, which
I
makes
don't
the
even want to know what's in my
situation a
room.
lot
I
more
don't even want to see
creepy.
that shit.
He tells me whenever he's at home, no matter what time it is, day or night, he always gets the feeling that he's not alone. Now, unlike the first case in which Lloyd was cursed, this case differs because John has never taken part in any rituals like Ouija boards or done any ghost hunting. Like I said, he
Yeah,
used
ropes,
to be a
right?
skeptic.
Fishing
He
ropes on
moved
glass.
into
I
his
don't
home
think so.
5 years ago, and a few months
It's
after
so hard they
moving
probably
in,
like cut a hole in just so they
that's
can
when
do
he
this.
started noticing strange, unexplainable paranormal activity.
Fishing lines, I love it. Fishing lines. Get the fuck out of here. He is? What should we give him? 99 cents for a cheeseburger? What should we give him? A lot of mercy. Yo, peeps, you think if you left a camera recording all day long in your house, that you'd see crazy shit like this eventually? I was always wondering that. Honestly, I wouldn't even want to know about that. I wouldn't even want to know. I'd rather not know. You hear that? I'd rather not even know.
John notices a glass vase moving, so he sets up a camera on a tripod in the hopes of catching any movement. And he does. Just when he's about to give up, the vase moves. Then it inches slightly towards him. The vase slides at least 1 meter in his direction, scaring John to bits.
I'd be scared shitless if that
John
happened.
gets up and leaves the area, then decides
Well, that's
to
an
stay
earthquake
to
was
try
there.
and
You
capture
can't do that
more
with a fishing
content.
stick. Think about that. Glass, how you can get a
Touches the
fishing
vase
pole
to
on
see
that?
if it slides easily on the floor, which it doesn't. But as he touches it a second time, at that exact moment, 3 doors slam one after another. If you're into the paranormal, or if you watch this channel a lot, you'll know the significance of 3 taps, knocks, or bangs.
What time is it?
Shortly thereafter, John leaves the
5.
house. And to be honest
Yo,
with
fuck
you,
this shit. I'm going to sleep, peeps. It's late. It's fucking 5 a.m. I gotta be up for my kid's graduation from his school tomorrow today. Damn, I forgot about that. Like 10 o'clock. Good night, peeps. I'll see you guys tomorrow at some point. Don't know when. But I'll be back streaming again now. Now that everything's done. The funeral's done. Everything's done with that. So I'll see you guys soon. Ciao, ciao.